G'day, mate. How you going?
Good, man. How's it going?
Very good. Good morning, guys. Yeah, love Rob. She's always pushing forward, she's always thinking outside the box. And I'm lucky I got some amazing leaders in my team who are always doing that. If it's not Robyn, it's Rosita and a Fiesta or Tamalee or Julie, or everybody's always thinking out of the box so they can move forward. But I guess probably the biggest wake up call, probably even though I got sick and I was in hospital, I'd realized when I was 54-year-old, I wasn't where I wanted to be at life. I don't know if you ever get that moment where, wow, you know what? I was 54. I thought I would have had my house paid off. I went through a separation and we had to sell up a lot of things. So that made me start from scratch again. But that doesn't matter. Things happen in life anyway. So we got to get on with it. So it was me and my kids, we bought another family home, was going to say, paying it off, was going to say, but I thought, for all the hard work I'd done, I just thought I would have been further in front. I don't know. I thought I would have had my mortgage paid off. I would have thought I would have had a new car in the garage. I'm thinking, you know what? I worked for 45 years and I'm thinking, what have I got to show for that 45 years? I thought, you would think working for 45 years, you would own your house, you would have a new car in the garage, you would have money put away for a rainy day, to maybe help your children, maybe to have those holidays that you worked all your life that you wanted to do, putting that money away just for retirement, and when Stephen shared his business with me, soon as I seen the gaming, I said, you know what? This business is going to work and going to make a lot of money, because I come from a nightclubs and pubs where my gaming kept my doors open and it made me profitable. So I knew everybody plays games. Doesn't matter how old or young they are, they play games. And I'm thinking, wow, you know what? I can have, and when I had my traditional business, my income was only restricted for where I lived. And then, the people that was in my town, and then sometimes we'd have people come on holidays and visitors would inject a little bit more money. But when I seen this, I thought, wow, global business. So I have no restrictions, networking business, no uncapped income. I thought, man, if I put my time and energy into that, and I had a lot of good reasons why to do that, because I wasn't in remission. But you know what? I wanted to buy back some time and to get ahead fast, because in that 54 years, really, I never had a lot to brag about what I'd achieved in that a period of time. I was annoyed with myself that I thought, you know what, 45 years of working, you would think you would have bigger results. I thought maybe, you guys have got bigger results and bigger bank accounts, but I definitely didn't. I thought at 54-year-old, I'd spent all my super, because money's not worth any money if you're not alive. I'm thinking, wow, I'm faced to working for another 20 years for somebody else, and get the same results. So if I don't change, if 45 years didn't give me the results, that was the biggest wake-up call. I need to change to make sure I don't get the same results for the next 20 or 40 years. So I needed to change. And you know what? Crowd one was definitely the right change. You know what? I am so glad that Stephen said yes to John and Tina. And I'm so glad that Stephen persistently, and when I was going through chemo, I really wasn't concentrating, and I'm going, oh, yeah. But you know what? He never give up on me until he got a commitment out of me. And I'm so glad of that, because you know what? I live an amazing life now. because of him. Like sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to show my friends or I'm this or that. You know what? I'd be pissed off if Stephen didn't show me. You know what? Sometimes when people have got something so good, man, I'll tell you, I love, if I could swim, I would swim to New Zealand, because you know what? I'm thinking, man, you know what? This guy changed my life. It changed my life, my kids' life, and it's changed so many thousand other people's lives because of he had the time just to share his business with me. Because you know what? Now I'm checking the results. You know what I mean? Was going to say, you can't buy back time, but if you work smart and you duplicate your time, guys, man, I'll tell you something, like, in the last year, I basically bought back 6 years of my life, because I would have had to work for 6 years for that income, So, and now when I want to go on holidays or I want to do something, I can. I don't have to get up to that stupid alarm clock that used to wake me up every morning to go to a job that I used to hate, that never give me the right results and never paid what I was worth. I had millions of jobs. Well, not millions, but I had a lot of jobs, in my life, because you know what? I was always looking to get ahead faster. And I have second jobs and things like that. But you know what? In this business, I can sit in front of a computer at the moment. You wouldn't believe it. I got sick over the weekend, and I'm actually in lockdown at the moment until I get my results back, because people around me, people have snuck in. Thank God I've got 2 jabs. Like when I had to go and see this morning, she said, you know what? You'll just feel like you've got a heavy flu, because you've got the jabs. But you know what? You just got to be, you've got to protect yourself. So, guys, we've got to protect ourselves as well. I was going to say, and can connect ourselves against. But you know what? Even though I'm in lockdown, my income hasn't locked. That's the good thing about this business. When I was in hospital, I couldn't do anything else. But it allowed me, Stephen gave me an opportunity, it allowed me to make an income in the toughest times. In the worst times, we can dwell about how tough we're doing or whatever, but you know what? Everybody's got a choice. Like I was listening to a thing, I was talking to Stephen on the weekend. It is a girl that went, I think, President 2-star. This girl has gone President 2-star, and she has not even met her team yet.
Senior President 1.
Senior President 1. Senior President 1, and she done it in a pretty amazing time. And you know what? She has not met one of her people in her team yet. You can build your business, and you know what? I go back, I reflect back how fast I built my business online. When I first got into this business, when Corona hit, I thought, oh, wow, Stephen, I've just started this business. I'm 2 weeks in, we gone into lockdown, and my business grew 80% faster. People are sitting at home. Don't sit at home dwelling about stuck at home. Sit at home and make some money, so when you can get out, you got some money to spend, Guys, I love this business. You know what? It doesn't matter what happens. This business caters for every problem. It just solves every problem.
And this is a great business. Even RT and Noel have the same story of both being in hospital at different times and then seeing their business grow. I remember Noel and Robyn shared the story of basically saying, Noel, Robyn said to Noel, well, why don't you quickly tell it, RT? Unmute yourself.
Was this when I was in hospital?
Yeah, and then the growth in your business, and you
told
them.
Yeah. So everybody, what happened was I was admitted to hospital a lot last year, and I was in for 10 days this time. And when I come out, when I went in, I was coordinator 2, I think. And when I come out, I looked at my account, and there was all this money in my account. And I rang up Noel and I said, oh, Noel, they've made a mistake. There's a whole lot of money in my account. they've made a mistake. And Noel said, no, Rob, he says, while you've been in hospital, your team's still been working, you know, and yeah, the money's yours. And now, congratulations, you're coordinator 3. So, you know, that is a prime example that, you know, even if you do get sick and you are still working your business can still grow anyway. Yeah. So thanks, Stephen.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
It's so great. And it's one of the power of our crowd, the crowd one, is that, you know, we've had 2 people at least that have been in hospital, that have, their business has grown. And here's Noel, he's had a COVID test. If you didn't pick that up today, he's had his 2 jabs. We were talking last night and he said, oh, I feel really not good. You know, I've got a note in my throat and my temperature's going up and down and so on. And yeah, and he went and got his test today. Now, the result doesn't really matter too much because like the person has told him that you feel like you've had a heavy flu because you've had which is, he is feeling that sort of way because he's already had the jabs. But regardless, he's in lockdown. He's already knows what happens in hospital that he can build his business. And in lockdown, he's even more mobile. So he's got the comfort of his home and he can continue to build regardless. He's even got his fitness center a little bit behind him. So he can carry, so there's no excuse theory as well. So you know what? The wonderful thing about our business, and we try to bring it to you, like Noel mentioned, the Senior President 1 Star, building their business to that level. None of us have got to that, not even Tina John. There is Director 3, and then after this, President 1, 2, 3, and then Senior President 1. Here is a senior president who has built a business in different countries and never met the people. There was another person who's a normal president 2 star, I believe, and or they could be President 3. Anshuman, he's Indian, and he said, you know what? He says, I've got a Vietnam team. He's got with 16 directors and 1 president in that country, which he has never met, except online. So realize the power of working online. 16 directors, we haven't even got that inside Oceania. Yeah. 1 president underneath him, and in 1 country of the many country that he's got membership building. You always look creatively to build and focus to try to do your best to open your online profile, and to learn how to share this better. Yes, use offline, but know that you can never bring in millions of people offline.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And you know what? And connect with people. Think, you know what? When you're building a business, you know, a lot of people in networking think, oh, if it didn't work in the first 3 months or the first 6 months, it's not going to work for me. You got to think of the long game. I met Robyn online, and I was trying to lose weight, and she was in another company where she was selling these amazing drinks. And when I was in hospital, and I didn't even have enough money to buy 1 of the satchels, let alone a box. And I got into crowd 1, and I said to Rob, I said, you know what? I got an amazing way how we can make some money. So now Robyn is, you know, my personal, in my business. Not only that, she's one of my CEOs in my round table, because every successful business has CEOs, and that's what your round table, that's your engine room to your business. So I got some amazing CEOs that are duplicating my time, you know, but the thing is, the first time I met Rob was maybe the day before I met John and Tina. So here I met this girl online. I started the business. I think when I met Rob, she may have been team leader 1 or 2, first time. So guys, you know what? Build on your data list every day. Stay connected to people, because you know what? Your database is your wealth. We connect with people every day. Like I was sitting here doing birthday calls. I do it. I've been doing it for 5 years. I got taught at another business. And you know what? Probably, you know, I've never run out of names. whenever I'm always helping my group and I'm helping the downline. But you know what? I set a goal every month to sponsor 2 new people, even though I don't, I sponsor 2 new people every month, personals. So that's 24 new people in a year. Because you know what? If you want your team to keep on growing, you need to be sponsoring personals as well. You know what? Because when you're doing it, it's easy to teach other people if you're doing it yourself. I say to my group, I'll never teach you anything I don't do myself. I'll never expect you to do anything I won't do myself, you know? So if I keep on sponsoring personals each month, it keeps me on my game as well. And it's exciting because I'm always, you know what, I'm always excited and my business is always excited because I'm sponsoring new people. I'm either doing it, helping my downline do it. So they're excited. I'm excited because I'm working with excited people all the time, but I always do it myself as well because you know what, if I want my group to move forward, I need to do it as well. Just because I'm a director doesn't mean I stop working. You know what? Don't get caught, don't get comfortable because comfortable is dangerous. And don't be in management mode. It's okay to be in management, but don't be in management mode and you don't do it yourself. So not only do we help people, we need to do it ourselves as well, because guess what? We get paid 5 levels deep. A lot of people in my business now are at 4 and 5th level. I'm building another 24 to 25 people on top of that, for the other. So I still get a percentage, but the thing is, you know what, you're always gotta be in the game, guys. You always need to be expanding. When we're in business, what do we want to be? We want to be successful. We want to have the most successful business. And out of that 24 new people, I'm going to find people like Robyn. I'm going to hopefully find some people like Stephen, John and Tina. You don't know where those people are, another Rosita or another Tamalee or Julie, guys, you know what? You never know who's looking, but if you don't share it, and don't think, I'm too scared to share it with my friends. You know what? I tell you, I am never, ever disappointed that Stephen shared his business with me. He's like my brother that I only got one brother, but I probably get along with Stephen better than my own blood brother,
You know what? And you know what? And Noel will tell you a story. He made me laugh. I was thinking about it. And RT, I see you there. So I see you unmuted. So if you want to come on after me. But Noel will tell you that in that first time when I was being persistent with him, he said, Stephen, don't share this publicly. He says, I don't want anyone else to know. Guess how much that has changed. Now he wants everyone to know, right? It's totally changed. But you never know. It's just where our mind is set until we have a realization or two, and then we change our direction. So well done, bro, and thank you for sharing. RT, did you want to add? We've got